Future-proofing. Your career, navigating automation and emerging skill, demands how to cope with automation and new skill requirements. Introduction. A world where careers are no longer permanent. 20, 30 years ago, life was relatively simple. You got an education, learned a profession, got a job, and often stayed in that field for decades. Careers evolved slowly, technology progressed gradually, and the job market was predictable. Today, that model no longer works. We live in an era of exponential change. Artificial intelligence, automation, robotics, neural networks, big data. This is not some distant future. It's already here, reshaping the rules of the game every year. The key question every professional should ask themselves today, regardless of age, profession, or income level, is, how can I make my career resilient in a world where jobs disappear and skill requirements change faster than educational programs? In this video, we'll explore what automation really does to the job market, which professions and skills are most at risk, which skills are becoming more valuable, how to build a career strategy for 5, 10, and 20 years ahead, and what you can start doing today to avoid being left behind. This is not a motivational speech or a scare tactic. It's a practical, honest discussion about the future of work. Part 1. Automation. Myths and reality. Myth 1. Robots will replace all humans. One of the most common fears is that machines will completely replace humans in the workforce. In reality, history shows the opposite. Every technological revolution eliminated old professions, but simultaneously created new ones. Horse carriage drivers disappeared. Drivers appeared. Telephone operators disappeared. Telecommunications specialists emerged. Printers disappeared. Designers and content managers appeared. However, there is an important difference today. The pace of change is much faster. What automation actually does. Automation rarely replaces an entire profession. It replaces specific tasks within a profession. For example, an accountant doesn't disappear, but routine calculations are automated. A doctor doesn't disappear, but AI increasingly supports diagnostics. A lawyer doesn't disappear, but algorithms handle legal research. A marketer doesn't disappear, but analytics and testing are automated. This means the future belongs not to professions, but to skill sets. Part 2. Why traditional education no longer guarantees security. A diploma career resilience. A diploma is still important, but it is no longer a guarantee. The problem is, educational programs update slowly, the job market changes rapidly. Knowledge often becomes outdated before graduation. Today, what matters is not so much what you know, but how quickly you can learn, how you adapt, how you apply knowledge in practice. The concept of lifelong learning. A key principle of career resilience is lifelong learning. This means regularly updating skills, being ready to master related areas, avoiding attachment to a single role or position. The professional of the future is not just an engineer, marketer, or lawyer. They are a flexible specialist capable of changing work formats and tools. Part 3. Skills that are losing value. To protect your career, it's essential to honestly assess what is becoming vulnerable. 1. Routine, cognitive tasks. Data entry, standard reports, template-based analysis, repetitive operations. 2. Strictly instruction-based work. If a task can be described step by step, formalized, automated, sooner or later, an algorithm will do it. 3. Narrow specialization without flexibility. The narrower the skill and the less it's connected to context and critical thinking, the higher the risk. Part 4. Skills that are critically important. 1. The ability to learn. This is the #1 meta skill. It includes independently seeking information, filtering sources, quickly mastering new tools, learning through practice. 2. Critical thinking. In a world with an overload of information, the ability to analyze, ask questions, fact check, see cause and effect relationships is highly valued. 3. Creativity AI can generate content, but it doesn't understand meaning. It doesn't feel the audience. It doesn't create new context like humans do. 4. Emotional intelligence. Working with people is one of the most resilient areas. Empathy, negotiation, leadership, mentorship, conflict management. All of these are difficult to automate. 5. Digital literacy. You don't need to be a programmer, but you do need to understand the logic of technology, work effectively with AI tools, use automation to amplify your work. Part 5. How technology can increase your value. One of the biggest mistakes is fear of technology. In reality, those who thrive are the ones who adopt new tools. First, use AI as an assistant, increase productivity. Examples: designer plus AI, faster prototypes, marketer plus analytics, better decisions, educator plus online platforms. Scale knowledge. Part 6. Strategy for a resilient career. Step 1. Audit your skills. Ask yourself, what parts of my work are routine? What requires critical thinking? Which skills can be enhanced with technology? Step 2. Build a T-shaped profile. Broad understanding of the field, deep expertise in one key skill. Step 3. Diversify. Relying on a single income source is risky. Freelance, projects, consulting, teaching, all increase resilience. Step 4. Build your personal brand. In an automated world, the visibility of the specialist matters more than just their job title. Part 7. Psychological resilience. The future is uncertain. It's important to develop stress resilience, mental flexibility, readiness to adapt. Career resilience is not the absence of crises, it's the ability to navigate through them. Conclusion. The future is an opportunity. Automation is not the enemy. New skill requirements are not a catastrophe. They are a natural stage of development. The question is not whether professions will disappear. The question is who you will become in this new world. If you invest in learning, develop your thinking, leverage technology plans strategically, your career will not just be resilient, it will be flexible and strong. The future doesn't need to be feared, it needs to be mastered.